Hello everybody, this is Dustin with the Garrett's Antique Tractor Restoration in Jamestown, Tennessee, and I was just going to show you a little bit of my collection today. It totally consists of Farmalls from the 40s and 50s, and I can do anything, or we specialize in anything from 30s and 40s Farmalls to 30s, 40s John Deeres, all at 50s and 60s Massey's. If you have anything you want done, just give me a call. I find parts pretty easy. But I'll show you a little bit of my collection today. And the first one I've got in here is a 52H that I got out of Gainesboro. And I'm currently building it as a pulling tractor. And it is actually going to be pink for my girlfriend. She wanted one, told her I'd do this one pink, but it already had the pulling motor in it with flat top aluminum pistons. The head's done been worked a little bit, not too much. Going to get another manifold to up the compression on it, but that is a work in progress, 52H. And I got it out of Gainesboro. And out here, the next one is is my 44 Distillate H. Of course, you can see it has not got the distillate tank on it, and it's got a few scratches and dings in it from being in parades. It's going to need to be redone in the spring for sure. But you can see it here. It's got new tires all around. I had 3-point hitch is on it. All the work on this one was actually done by Steve Cook in Gainesboro, Tennessee, the same place I bought that one in there. But as you can see, there was no expense spared at this one at all. And you can see it's still got the working distillate manifold on it. And I'll do a startup of that one here in a few minutes. But that is a pride and joy, more or less. And the next one I've got here is an all-original 50 Model H with M&W fire craters installed in it. Throws a little bit more horsepower than a standard H. I've got optional wheel weights front and rear on it. And all my tractors have been converted over to 12 volts. That's the only way I really like to run. It's a lot easier to start that way. Tires ain't too bad on this one. Sheet metal is perfect on it. There's a few dents in the grill. And as you can see, it's got some type of fast hitch on it. It's not complete. And I've got a M&W Gear Company PTO engagement on it. And I got off eBay. Get everything off eBay. As you can see, it's a really nice original straight tractor. And I'll start that one up also here in a few minutes. And the next one I've got over here is a 44 International I-4, which is the industrial version of the W4, which shares the same motor as an H. And I got this one down in towards Livingston, Tennessee, off a man. It come from out west off an Air Force base pulling airplanes. And as you can see, it does not have a belt pulley, nor does it have PTO. And it is just a more or less a widespread version of an H, just sitting down a little compact. It was mainly built for use as a tug. That's basically all I've used it for. It's going to be one of the next ones to be restored. Took it down completely down to the bare frame on it. As you can see, the fenders need a little bit on it. And finally tracked down the original governor for it. I've got to put it on. That there is just an H governor I've got working with a cable there. It's going to have to be fixed up for sure. That is a 44 International I-4. And over here is, I bought this tractor from my little brother. It's just kind of rough, but we're going to get it restored before long. It's actually a 49 Super A. I know it's got hand lift cultivators on it, but I've got the hydraulic box and everything over there for it. And I got those cultivators off a 39A I had bought. Just redid the head on it, new head gasket, reworked the head, new valves, whole 9 yards up top. And recently just had the carburetors, brand new carburetor put on it from Yvonne Spears in down around Cookville, Tennessee. He does an excellent job with carburetors. Anybody that needs one of those done, he's a man to get to do it. And the last one I just acquired was a 54 Stage 2 Super H that I got down the other side of Nashville. And as you can see, it's kind of rough, but it does exist. And as you can see, it's got live hydraulics, C169 block. It's all Z code tractor. The engine is not stuck. It's got aluminum pistons in it. Factory wheel weights on the rear. Battery is under the seat like it's supposed to be. And it's a little rough. Gonna need some work, but the fact that it does exist is why I bought it. Hopefully it'll be running here in the next couple of days. I've sent up north for a manifold for it. And here's the hood that was on it. You can still see the original decals still on it. But as you can see, this is my little collection. I work on them all the time, and really have a love for them. And I'll start this H right here up for you. Starts up with no problem at all. As you heard, that there's got a little bit more crisp sound to the engine. It's got all original parts back in it. The motor's completely redone top to bottom, and it's just like it was, as close to as it come when it came out of the factory, minus the 3-point hitch and the starting tank over there. Still got the factory distillate manifold on it. It has the cold and hot switch on it. And this one is the 50H, of course, and it's got the factory, or not factory, but it was built with the M&W fire crater pistons in it. As you can see, it sounds just a little bit different than that H over there does. And the I-4 over here, which there's a guy on here, I think Teeter 1939, I think is his user ID. He's got a 46 one of these, and I actually bought mine about the time I seen his video on there. It was about 3 or 4 years ago, I think. And just really like this little tractor. Second and third is right backwards of each other, whereas on a regular H, and it has a clutch brake in it, so you can more or less just speed shift with it. And it's a little temperamental about firing up here, but it should take right off. Just a little bit of choke. Take it right off. That is the original factory. And this one's just like it was when I pulled it out of the barn, minus the primer I've done underneath. But it's just the same shape when I pulled it out of the barn. And little brother's Super A over here. Good little tractor. It and that 50H come from the same farm. They've been in here in Jamestown, Tennessee their whole life. It's a little bit aggravating to start sometimes. camera down there just a second. It's still a little cold tempered. Oil pressure. But that's my collection. Like I said, I work on them. And if anybody needs any parts or anything for H's or M's, I've got a pretty good source of them here, not counting what I can go get from down south. But here's my number again. If you have any questions, just feel free to give me a call anytime. See ya. Bye.